Isis stood at the edge of the world, with an impossible task before her. 14 pieces, hidden across an entire civilization, some in water, some in sand, some in place no god had ever needed to search. Then she heard footsteps. She turned. Nephthys stood behind her. Seth's wife, Seth's conspirator. She said nothing. She did not need to. She had chosen, and she would not go back. Isis transformed, not a choice, a necessity. Her body became the sacred kite bird, the great winged hunter of the sky. She would search from above what could not be found from below. She would leave nothing unsearched. From the sky, Egypt looked infinite. Every vale a hiding place, every river a grave, every grain of desert a possible resting place for something that should never have been scattered. She began in the north. She found the first piece in a reed marsh near the delta. She landed. She held what she found, and she did not allow herself to breathe. Not yet. She wrapped it carefully and flew on. 13 more remained. Nephthys searched the ground, while Isis searched the sky. Two sisters, who had stood on opposite sides of history, now walked the same route. Neither spoke much. The searching itself said everything. The shadow tried to stop them. It moved the piece. It clouded rivers. It sent storms across desert paths. But Isis had been born, knowing things other gods could not know. She was magic itself, and magic does not get lost. Thought came to her. On the 13th night of searching, he brought words of power, written before the world had language. Words had bridged the distance between living and dead. He placed them in her hands. She memorized every one. Piece by piece, field by field, river by river, 13 found. Each one a wound reopened, each one a step closer to something no god had ever attempted before. She was rebuilding what should have been impossible to rebuild. The 14th piece was not in a field, not in the desert, not in any marsh or river bend. It had been taken by the Nile itself, swallowed by a fish in the deep current. It was the open piece. It was the one piece she could not reach. Isis sat with this truth, the thing that could not be checked, the piece that could not be found. Then she stood. She raised her hands, and she did what only she in all of creation could do. She made what was missing. Piece by piece she brought them together. 13 found, one made. She walked through the night with hands that did not shake, rebuilding the most important thing she had ever been asked to restore, the man she loved. She wrapped him in linen, the first time in history this had ever been done. Layer by layer, word by word. The first mummy was not a ritual. It was a wife who refused to let her husband leave the world incomplete. Then she spoke the words that had given her, words older than creation itself, words that reached past death and pulled at what remains. The air changed, the torches blazed, and something that had been gone began to return. Osiris opened his eyes, not fully, not forever. One night was all the words could give. He looked at her. She looked at him. Everything they had built, everything taken, everything still remaining, all of it in that one look. When dawn came, Osiris was gone, returned to the place where the dead white. He would rule there now, king of what comes after. But Isis held something new within her, a secret, a child, a destiny.